Marriage Motivating Moment. We have a very exciting show coming to you tonight. Wife, will you share with them what we about to talk about? Why we looking so sexy? Ooh, you look. You smell
Thank
so
you. You
good.
smell good too,
Oh my
babe.
God.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Marriage Motivating Moments. And tonight, as promised, we are going to be talking about somebody's scream, and we're going to have a conversation about what should and should not go on in the bedroom. And then the other big thing is, ladies, help us sister out. Do we have to make noise in the bedroom
I want to
during
hear
intimacy?
something. I like to hear
I
something.
want to hear some
I want to
comments
hear my
too.
work being
I
put
want to
in.
hear
I
from
want
the
to
brothers
hear.
and the sisters about this,
Well,
because
we
my
gonna
husband
talk
and I
about it.
have been having this debate.
Yes,
So
I want to. Ain't been no debate. It's just been what it is, baby. I go 100. I go hard in the paint.
Babe.
I told you I'm keeping it real on this
okay,
here.
we're not gonna be listen. What we're not gonna do
What's
is
that?
Bernie Mac.
What we not gonna do?
'Cause I
Bernie
will
Mac
walk
is
off
always.
the-
Well,
I
you
will
just run
walk
off the
off the
scares
set.
thing because
I'll walk
you know
off.
how Bernie Mac talk about.
Hey,
Do
come
you-
on.
You know what I
Okay,
mean?
so hello everybody.
Okay, how
So
y'all doing?
we wanted to discuss the conversation. So which one we want to start with, Bay? I think that we should start with what should not go on in the bedroom.
Well, the basic thing that should not go an old wise tale is keep all of your issues outside of the bedroom.
That ain't no old wives' tale. That's my. I told you that.
No.
You keep trying to put it to the old.
Auntie Floyd told me that years ago. She used to tell me keep your issues outside of the bedroom. You didn't clone that
I didn't say I cloned it.
I'm trying to tell. I'm telling you where I first heard it at. See what I'm saying?
I didn't say I cloned it. What I was saying is that I told you about that. Like when we used to get into heated arguments and stuff, I used to say, "Babe, we need to keep it outside the bedroom so that we don't bring that into our room." And you didn't care at first. Keep it 100. You didn't care about none of that at first, but then eventually, as we grew together, and we began to mature, then you started realizing that we need to keep stuff outside the bedroom.
I got that, but I'm just saying that's not my first time of hearing that.
Okay,
from
it
you,
wasn't
sweetie.
your first time. No, of hearing it.
Okay, but I mean, you reinforced it and brought it to life to me, and I saw the value and the importance of it. We must keep our issues outside of the bedroom,
and that is because the bedroom is really supposed to be your intimate space, your sacred space with your spouse. Like you really supposed to come in here. It's supposed to be your man's comfort zone, you know what I mean? And it should be a place where he can find rest. And so what we need to try to practice, and I know that it's not going to be easy for some of us because a lot of things are a lot of times learned behavior. Don't we look cute? We look cute, babe.
We got to understand this though.
But wait, I didn't finish my statement. Okay. What I was going to say is that a lot of times it is learned behavior. And so when we know better, we do better. So both parties, man and woman, we both have to do better in the bedroom when it comes to, having those disagreements and, getting upset. And then because a lot of times what happens is, and we talked about this, when you're having an argument and then there's children in the house, right? So you bring the argument upstairs to your bedroom and then you slam the door. And so when you do that, the children already know something is wrong. So what we must learn to do is try to keep those arguments out of the eyes of the children and then bring it into a safe space, which needs not to be your bedroom. Take it into the kids' bedroom.
And one of the things is that we have to just be mindful of that, being honest, sisters control the peace in the home. It's not the man, but brothers, we got to also learn how to discipline our tongues, because we know when sister is aggravated, your wife, your spouse, your girlfriend, whatever it is who you live with, your partner, we know that, it's a certain mood. So then we got to be careful, because sometimes, man, we will say certain things knowing that it's going to hurt them. And then all of a sudden, all hell break loose and there's an argument. And the argument lasts, and then you take the argument into the bedroom, which is the worst place to take an argument at. It's the worst place. I mean, pillow talk got to be another kind of talk, partner. It can't be the kind of talk that, you're cussing at each other, you're raising your voice, you're not feeling. That ain't the kind of screaming that should be going on in your bedroom. And that's not the kind of screaming we want to do, because otherwise, man, you're going to be left alone masturbating. You're going to be laying in the bed, your knee going to be up. You know what you're doing with your hands, and since she gonna get on the other side of the bed and turn her back to you. So that's not what you want.
You're yelling, baby.
I am. I just get excited when I'm talking about this real stuff, keeping it 100. Because sometimes I talk like I'm talking to brothers in the barbershop or on the street corner. I'm from Newark, New Jersey. That's how we do. We go hard.
And then the other thing is I wanted to share with you all, is, ladies, is and he talked about the arguments and how they ensue. But one thing that I definitely had to learn was how to bridle my tongue. And learn how to talk to my husband, because both of us are very strong forces, right? And so what I did learn was that you can emasculate a man with your words, with your mouth, how we talk to them, how we speak to them, right? So a lot of times women say, well, he shoved me up against the door, or he held my arms tight, or something like that, you know. And not that it was physical abuse, because I think it was a couple of times we had to do that too, but I was fighting, like I know I can't beat them, right?
I mean, like,
but I know you can't beat the man, right?
No sense. That don't even make no sense.
You know, we try, you know what I mean? But, and I'm not talking about physical, but a lot of times a man's he becomes the aggressor physically with his woman when our mouths become the aggressive with our man. So what I had to learn how to do was learn how to talk to him, right? I had to learn how to speak to him. And you know, the old saying, you get more with sugar than you do with salt, is so true, because when we learn how to talk to our mates, then somebody's listening, somebody's understanding, somebody's hearing. But if we're in the argument, nobody's really hearing one another, our feelings, our emotions, nobody's really hearing one another. We just arguing back and forth. So I think that it's important as women that we learn, like my husband just said, you know, we bring the peace in the home. You can imagine sometimes when you come home from work, if you've had a rough day, when you bring that aggravated spirit into the home, then the children are aggravated. When hubby get home, he aggravated because your spirit is aggravated. So a lot of times what I had learned to do is on my ride home, I used to play music that would ease my day, you know, put me in the right frame mind, put me in the right spirit, so that when I got to my home, my children and my husband, it's me now. My children and my husband would have, you know, sense that spirit of peace when I came into the door. So ladies, it's a learned behavior, and we just got to break it. You know what I mean?
And I'm just going to say something, because I brought up this word because it's something that happens into the bedroom. And that is in regards to masturbation. Men laying in the bed, waiting on their woman, watching television. You know, the next thing you know, if he ain't getting none, he's masturbating. Women masturbating. Well, I want to point something out to you. I just need to make this point, because we go back to it another time. You can inbox me. You can inbox the questions that so many of you have been doing from our first broadcast and what have you. But we need to understand that the scripture speaks against masturbation. It's a sin. It is a sin. And it's one of the commandments, and it's a sin, but you have to really study until, I always tell people, study till your teeth break. You got to go into the sacred writings, and it talks about the commandment about fornication and adultery. But in the sacred writings regarding Deuteronomy, the 23rd chapter and the 10th verse, go back and study the 10th verse, 9th and 10th, to be very honest with you. But when you read that in the sacred writings, it says that you are not to commit adultery or fornication with any body organs or your hands. Or your ear, your hands. It speaks very clearly that when you do that, man, you are committing sin. Sister, you should not have your man laying in the bed and in your bedroom. That's why you got to keep your issues outside of your bedroom. And he want to be taken care of. But what happens? He committing a sin, and you standing there and don't care, because you get in the bed and you turn your back on him and you ain't taking care of him. So therefore, you do not want that on you. It is your duty.
Well, I don't know,
yes, it is.
Honey,
I'm telling you what's written.
Okay.
And I believe what's written. That's
what
I
understand what you're saying.
Still with it.
I believe what you're saying, and that's true. But in the reality, that ain't what's happening. Okay,
well,
let's keep it.
But the reality ain't.
That's the real.
But we got to talk about what's real, because otherwise you do not want to. This is where the seed from the division of the spirit of air comes in and divides a household between a man and a woman.
I get that.
Okay, because you got to take care of that man's herbs.
What about a man who don't have a woman right now? Who a man?
Well, I mean, he can get on his being and get one, because the woman was created for him.
I understand that,
but that's the point.
But the reality is, you got a single brother, just like you have.
Did I take long to marry you?
Single women.
Did I take long to marry you?
No, you
I saw what I want. I went and got it. That's the point.
You have single women who would rather use toys.
No,
I'm just saying.
They rather use toys than have a man. No.
Rather than they use.
Ain't no toy, nothing. No.
That's a whole nother show.
Masturbation is a sin. Period. And that woman need to get a real thing. Ain't no toy gonna please nothing.
But I'm saying for a woman,
it's called meat on meat, lickly lick, stickety stick. That's what it's about.
I get that, but I'm just saying to
what you talking about, though?
But what I'm talking about is, babe, what you saying is true. But the reality of it is that there are women who are single who don't have a man.
Well, they need to get one.
No, not that they don't want a man, but he may not be in their lives at that moment and at that time.
Well, they gotta leave that thing alone. Take a cold bath, take a cold shower, put some ice cubes on it. I don't care. Put some ice cubes on it. Simmer that thing down. Better read that scripture. You better no. Yes, calm you down. That's what it better do. Because if you do using anybody organs, and the same thing with a man that commits adultery and touch his brother's wife, that means the brother is a brother of faith in the brotherhood. So he cannot do that. So the same thing applies for a woman. So therefore, sister, if you see your husband and he got his leg up and he playing, you better tell him, stop, boo. I'll be right with you, baby. I'm going to take care of you. Sit on it. I don't care. You understand? Put your thing in his face. I'm just trying to tell you what it is. We better keep this 100 over here.
We're going to keep it 100.
I'm not being cute with it.
Babe, stop interrupting me.
I ain't interrupt you.
What I'm saying, that let's keep... No, because you interrupted me. The other thing that I wanted to say was that here's the other thing that people don't want to have the conversation about, but the real deal is that when a man upsets a woman, the woman, listen, she's not trying to be intimate with you. She don't want to, and that's a reality too, that y'all make us angry, y'all make us cry, y'all hurt our feelings, y'all dig into our emotions, and then you want to turn around
absolutely
and come into the bedroom and expect us to want to give you
keep it outside the bedroom.
Sex,
you got to go 100
sex or intimacy, and a lot of times it's not. So when a woman is laying there and she just you could tell, like, it's like, okay, just get what you need because I'm mad. No, that's really what it is. What you should do is, before you go into the bedroom, you all need to make a commitment to each other to discuss those things. I don't care if the kids in the house, go out in the car, drive around the corner, go for a walk. Okay, don't bring it into the bedroom. The fact of the matter, listen to me. So therefore, if you got an issue, don't walk past each other and not address the issue. That's why people need to hug each other more. You need to touch each other more. Because if you don't touch me, you need to hug each other. Now, I'm trying to help these sisters out because they trying to keep their man home and don't want him cheating and don't want his eyes roaming, because these eyes will roam. He gonna look at something else if he ain't getting it at home. I'm telling you 100. No. I ain't talking. See, alpha men, we talking about beta men and whatnot. I ain't talking about alpha men. Alpha men is built differently. Totally. It is totally different. I'm trying to tell you now. I'm gonna keep this 100. You see another woman and she's attractive, you go stare at the wall. No, you look at her. Don't do it. But I'm saying, even if we see as women, we see good looking men, we not gonna look the other way. We say, oh, that's a nice looking guy. It don't have nothing to do with sexual or intimacy or anything like that. It don't mean that you trying to get with that person. It's just a good looking person. It's just a good looking man or a good looking woman. It don't necessarily mean that you're trying to be physical or intimate with that individual. So let's not just say like, oh, you better get home and know what you got at home. I know what I got at home.
No, what I'm saying very clearly, I like what you just said, but what I'm saying very clearly and what I'm trying to say, see, because all men are not alike. I keep trying to tell these sisters this. We are not monolithic. So you can't generalize that about men. They are different male types, and you got to know how to handle the type that you have. You got to know how to handle it. And that is what folks don't know. So outside of the bedroom, you got to keep these, because most divorces and most arguments in families and things that cause abuse in a home, verbal abuse, physical abuse happens in the bedroom. And that's why people are screaming. The wrong kind of screaming is going on in the bedroom. So therefore, if there's a reason why 2/3 of marriages in America end up in divorce every year. 2/3 of the total marriages end up in divorce every year in America. So therefore, there's something that people are doing that's not working. And you got to correct what's not working. And one of the main things is, if you got an issue, you should see, if you see your lady in the day before she goes out to work and she's in the bathroom, walk in there and hug her. push up on behind you, may even get a little quickie before she get out of there. She putting her makeup on. But the fact of the matter is, hug up on her, kiss her, let her know she looks good. Let her know she looks pretty. Just like men got egos. Men like to hear from their spouse every day. You know, baby, I'm proud of you. How did your day go? Oh, wow. You know, I had a rough day. I don't want to talk about mine, but how did yours? Because you want to reinforce that in a man. You want to let that man know. I know jokers be trying to holler at my work and my wife. I know that. But the fact of the matter is, I know that my dean with her is very strong. And so therefore, you got to have an understanding so that you keep issues outside of your bedroom.
Your dean with her is very strong. We 20 years later, y'all. He is strong now. I was fighting a long time.
That's still my dean.
I was fighting a long time to get it on your dean.
See, sometimes people don't want to. Sometimes that's another conversation. People don't want to face certain realities about certain things. But the point that I'm making right here and right now, brothers, we got to learn, and sisters have to understand, you control the peace in your home, and whatever issues you got, don't bring them into the bedroom. Absolutely. Discuss them outside of the bedroom. And so maybe it is a challenge for so many people because of lack of human development, and no one ever taught them. No one ever taught women. I mean, never should a woman lay to bed, get in the bed, and looking like Aunt your mama and turn her back on her man. Never. You should always be there.
I sleep on my right side, though. It's not necessarily.
But I'm always cuddling up on you.
But I'm just saying, so you
until
can't
you
say turn your back. Turn your back. I don't always turn my back. But my right side is where I sleep.
Them things are heat waves that come through. But the point of the matter is, because you turn in, you got your fan on. But the fact of the matter is, men, we need to help our ladies, and ladies, you need to help your man.
Absolutely.
And so understanding this, then we need to move into the direction so that you keep this stuff outside of your bedroom.
And I want to challenge you, married couples, the couples that are checking us out. If you're checking us out on the replay, you on live. First of all, let us just thank you for your love and support that you've given us up to this point. But if you are checking this out on our live, maybe on the replay, I don't know, somebody shared it with you, challenge yourself, challenge your mate. I gave myself a challenge. I already failed because I challenged myself for 30 days that I was going to affirm my husband in some area every day.
Well,
right?
You gotta put work in over here. You gotta go hard in the paint.
No, babe, I was affirming you, like, oh, babe, that looks good. I love you.
Saying
I love you, saying compliments and stuff like that. But consistently, I know, but I missed a couple of days in there.
I didn't even know this.
Oh, well, praise God.
I mean, you've been doing this so well. Give me a little kiss. Looking all good. But, everything in here.
So challenge yourself, couples, husband and wives, challenge yourselves to compliment one another. Just say something nice to one another. Do something nice for one another. Like, just do it for 1 week straight every day. Just 7 days. Can we just get you to do 7 days and try to make that happen for your mate? Because it's going to be very important in the development of the relationship and the intimacy in your bedroom.
Do you know also in your bed, when she said intimacy, I'm gonna talk about sex. Okay. You know, let me tell you something.
One and the same. Intimacy is a little different. Intimacy can entail a lot of different things.
Intimacy can tell, like, oh, my wife is gonna get home, dishes in here. I gotta clean up the kitchen for her, so she don't have to do it.
But
I gotta get the laundry done because she don't have to do it. Because I'm telling you something, brother, if you get home before her, help out. So when she get home, she will be relieved. And she won't have those duties, and then she'll have more time for you. Because I'm gonna tell you something, man. All a man want and all a woman should want, on an average 3-4 days a week, your sex should be like 3 to 7 minutes. And 3 to 7 minutes of sex. I ain't talking about foreplay. You take your time, because I like time work. I like putting work on that part.
Right,
But 3 to 7 minutes. And you know what that is equated to? An hour and a half in the gym. 3 to 7 minutes of sex is equal to an hour and a half in a gym.
Okay, now,
for alpha men like me, I got to have the foreplay in at least 7 to 13 minutes. Now, a half an hour, that's a little bit extreme, because if you ain't got yours off in a half an hour, I'm going to go on my Bernie Mac. You better get yours in 3 minutes.
No,
it ain't happening.
But the fact that
let me tell you something. Listen here, America. Y'all been listening to me now. But if you go 7 to 13 minutes of actual passionate intercourse, I mean, we
go longer than 7 to 13 minutes.
I ain't talking about us. I'm different. I'm built different. I'm trying to bless some people. Because some guys Because some guys be promising their lady, oh, I'm gonna go longer than not tonight, baby. And then the joker lasts for 30 seconds.
Well, it depends on
how that gonna work,
honey.
He lasts for 30 seconds.
No,
that ain't gonna work,
honey. Come on.
Babe, I'm just telling. Yes, some do 30 seconds, baby. I'm pumping. So I hate to say it, but it is what it is. But what I'm saying to you is 3 to 7 minutes. And let me tell you something else. It's proven that married couples who have sex, some form of sex every day, stay younger and together longer.
Side eye.
Mm-hmm. Quickies are good early in the morning. Ready to go to work, rushing out. Let me hit that thing. Let me break that off. I'm just trying to tell you, that make you scream in the bedroom for sure.
Okay, so hello, family. So we're gonna leave that side of the conversation, but can we just encourage you because we're gonna go to the other side.
That's in the bedroom. That's screaming in the bedroom. That'll make you scream.
No, we're gonna talk about the other.
I mean, you just gotta be careful. So sometimes you may wake up the kids, or you may wake up the neighbors.
And that's gonna segue right into this next thing that my husband and I have been going back and forth about, and that is making noise in the bedroom while you're making love, right? So my husband,
I don't care if the neighbors hear me.
Babe, can I? My husband feels like, like it should be, and if you read it, it does say when we studied it and I looked it up and everything, because I do research to just get information because I want to make my marriage work, right? I want to be better. I want to try to be everything that he needs and wants so that he don't go nowhere else. Amen. Right. Because I done had enough of that. Anyhow, so I did. So, but I wanted to make sure. So in reading, it does say that when you make sounds and when you have these kind of noises that give off to your mate, it excites them. It makes the intercourse, the sex. It makes it more exciting. So whereas you hearing all the now listen, I'm a silent person. I always have been, right?
Make some noise up in here.
Let me tell you something, because I was barefoot and pregnant from day one when we got married. So I was always conscious not to be loud, right? Not to make those noises and moans and groans and everything. So it just became a part of me. It became a habit of mine because that's how I've always been. So I didn't have to deviate from that. Now that the house is empty, now for the most part, when nobody's here, he feel like, and I don't have to scream. I let him know that I'm being satisfied. Now he likes to scream and holler and make all those kinds of noises in the bedroom, right? But I have to tell him
20-something years I had kids in here. Right. I had to be quiet like a mouse, and I'm getting my thing on, or go to a hotel.
Not when the house is babe. Not when the house
how often was the house empty with these kids?
I'm talking about now, babe. I'm talking about now. The house.
Well, now then I gotta let it out, bro. I gotta let it out,
which is fine. But my point is, sisters, when you got a house full of kids, or you got people visiting, or you got
nosy neighbors,
you don't want everybody in the house knowing you're being intimate with your mate, right? So that's my point. That's what I was trying to get to him. So now after 30 years, he want me to start making noises. What you want? Tell me the noise. Tell me the noises you want me to make so I can make the noise.
No, I want it. First of all, no. I want. I'll be wanting. Let me say something.
Yes,
and my birdie man.
Yes,
I'm gonna get mine on.
Yes,
I'm gonna get mine on.
Oh, honey.
Yeah,
yes, that's what you want. That's what you want. It's so nice.
This will be a commercial break for a moment.
This
will be a commercial break.
But I'm gonna say
this to you. But I'm saying is
all I'm just saying when I say the whole thing behind our lie today was somebody scream. So the side that we talked about, the screaming and the argument, we don't want you to do that part. But the flip side to that is somebody needs to be screaming.
But the point is this. Okay, men have certain desires. So what I say to my wife, Maisha, what I say to my wife, that's Hebrew food wife. What I say to my wife, I need you to be all. It's like it's a reality. A lady in the street and a freak in the bedroom when you with me. So I want to hear that kind of stuff. She may come home next week. I'm thinking about getting a pole in here so she can dance on the pole. I ain't never went to a strip club. I ain't never had lap dance out. I don't do that kind of stuff. But what I'm saying is,
had a pole bed. I didn't have a problem being on the pole, but I wasn't making no noises. We had the bed with the poles on it. I was on the poles though.
But you can't swing down like they did in the Usher show. like they did in the Usher show.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
was all into that.
No, I wasn't. I just took. I was at the show. You had me front and center. What else I supposed to look at? You ain't put no blinders on me. But the point I'm making to you is plain and simple. Men have certain desires. And you got to keep the flame going. Sisters, you can't have, this attitude, I don't feel like it, I don't want to, all these various different excuses that women make. Oh, I'm on this, or I don't feel like doing this, or I'm tired, or I don't want.
We do be tired,
but you got to, but your duty.
We do be tired.
Yeah, but then the point is.
But then the man got to do the stuff like you said. Help with the dishes.
Yeah, that's the intimate part.
Give them the baths.
But the point is, if that man is working 12, 14 hours, I ain't talking about irresponsible jokers. That ain't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about men that's doing what they supposed to do. Men that are responsible doing what they supposed to do. That's what I'm talking about. Those men have to be taken care of. I don't care if he's a beta man, a delta man, and especially that an alpha man, because that alpha man, he another kind of joker. But he ain't gonna be playing around, and I'm built that way. But I'm just it's different.
Saying all men have to be.
Oh, no question, no question. So that woman got to understand. It's only what you gonna give him? 7 minutes, 13 minutes.
And they ain't no 7, 13.
I ain't talking about the foreplay part. I'm talking about when you get up in that thing and you get grinding.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can agree
so you
with
gotta
that.
take care. That's all I'm saying to you. So you can't tell that man I'm tired. I don't feel like doing it. But then you sitting over on social media for 2 hours. But you tired when you come to him. You tired when it come in, you talking to your girlfriends.
Okay, wait.
You've been out to the mall.
Somebody want to know
wait before they got a question.
Is your sexual experiences focused primarily on the big O, meaning reaching that orgasm? I would think. Yes, right. You, for the most part, everybody wants to reach that orgasm. You know what I mean?
They talking about oral.
All
that got to be included.
All of it's inclusive.
All of it's inclusive. All of it's in the package. You know what that man like, brother. You know what that sister like.
Oral sex. It all works.
It's all up in there. You got to go hard like that. I'm trying to tell you. See, this is why we have to refocus. See, that's why I love that virtuous woman. Most sisters don't ever become near to her because her top priority is her husband. First her Lord and then her husband. But she can't please her Lord if she's not loving her husband correctly. So therefore, we got to understand this. We got to clearly understand. You can't put all this stuff all in front of this man. And then when it come to him, you tired, but you wasn't tired going out with your girlfriend. You wasn't tired walking around the mall. Hell, when you go to the mall, you doing like, 20 miles? Because you're going from store to store. And if you shop like she do, if you stop like she do, you need a gallon of water, you understand, and a lawn chair, because she gonna go to every store in the mall and then decide what she gonna buy, and then you got to go back to them stores. But the point I'm making to you is you got to understand that man has to be the top priority. That man, so you got to, no matter what you got to do in the course of the day, I don't care, sister, you may have to drink a Red Bull before he come in the door, because you got to take care of that man. You meet him at the door, you massage his feet, you rub his hair, you ask him what his day, his food is ready, or if he's home, he may cook. If he's a cook like me, he may cook for you, or whatever. Have that bath water ready, and you gonna know what time it is when you come. You know what that man doing. You know when you hear his voice on the phone, how he feeling. You know when you leave in the morning, he tap you as you leaving out and give you a little kiss and try to push up.
Yeah,
you
if I'm mad at you, that don't mean
see,
nothing
that
throughout my day. If you don't make me mad, if you don't got on my nerve, babe, you know, real talk. If you don't got on my nerve.
See, that's what you got to do. Just put your leg down. You know, all that madness is going out the door, brother. You got to know how to turn them buttons on. Because when I turn them buttons on, we're going to get it outside the bedroom. We're going to leave it outside that bedroom. This here, right here, defines your marriage and your relationship. Well, that's just the reality.
One of the things. It ain't the only thing that defines
it. But the thing is, it is one of the most critical things, because it's like I say, women control the peace in the home. So you must see the signs of wanting. You know the signs when your man wants you. Brother, you definitely know the signs when your woman, because if she wants, she gonna come up on you, she gonna unzip your pants, she gonna be kissing on you, she gonna rub that. Come on, baby, take this shower right quick.
Yeah, but then there's times when I be like, babe, can we get a quickie? You be like, oh, I gotta, it ain't just the man. You talking about?
I be wanting to put some work in. She just want to brush me off.
No, if I had somewhere to go the other day. The other day when I had to go somewhere to go,
telling these people everything.
I was like, babe, can I get a quickie? You was like, oh, no, I see when you get back.
See, because I knew it was that early. She wouldn't give me a quickie. That means later on she ain't want to put no work in. So I knew that strategy. I've been with her for 30 years. I know what that's about. Oh, hell to the no. I hold this hard on till you get back here.
Oh my
you feel what I'm saying? Oh no, you gonna take care of him right. I ain't trying to have no look. So I already knew that game. I knew what he was trying to do. You understand? I already knew. So I was ahead of the game on that. So game, no game. So I understood that. But no. So when she got back, oh brother, I took me to the promised land.
So and the other
see, that's the kind of screaming you want. Cause your toenails to twist up. Get a Charlie horse in your leg. What you talking about?
I also wanted to encourage the women. You making me lose my train of thought.
I know I am.
The other thing I wanted to encourage the women is to try different things, right? So I'm a church girl, right? So coming up,
some church girls are the most freaks there is. Pastors' daughters. What are you talking about?
I'm not.
So what do you mean? What is this? You saying you're a church girl? What does that got to do with anything?
A whole lot. It had a whole lot to do with my
spiritual
upbringing. No, because I'm a church girl. That's how I was born and raised since I was.
Yeah, we know, bro. We know about them church girls.
Anyway, my thing was that even coming up in the church, we didn't talk about sex. We didn't talk about oral sex. We didn't talk about having the different positions that you can do with sex. No, we didn't know that. It was just straight up and down. So, but what I wanted to say to the women is don't be afraid to ask your man, your husband, your boo, what it is that they like, what will satisfy them. Those conversations don't normally be had. And I think that it's important that we begin to have those conversations to find out what is it that's going to satisfy you. Now, I will say this, that a lot of when I looked and I researched and I was trying to figure out what is it for men that most men would want in the bedroom, but they're not getting. Ladies, y'all ready?
They ain't getting enough of it. Get you some chapstick and go to work, baby.
Get
you some chapstick. You better learn how to keep your hands on him. That man, let me tell you something. That man watching a football game. Don't think he don't want you laying up on him, feeling on him. And halftime, he wants you to be the show. He wants you to be the show. Trust and believe. And then after halftime, feed him some nachos, rub his head, make sure. I'm just being very honest with you. See, that's the problem. You know what this man wants. I'm getting excited because do we have an after show? Do we have an after show?
Ladies, keeping it real with y'all. Most of the men, if you just go Google it, read it, check out some of the talk shows. A lot of men are not getting below jobs, okay, and we know what that means because I don't know if little kids watch
job. What is a job?
It's a term, baby.
I don't like the term.
You give head.
No,
I don't know what you want me to say.
I want passionate love. It's passionate love, baby. I want you to touch. I want to lickety slick on the areas that's very sensitive on a man's body. But that ain't no job. That's part of the pleasure of it all.
Okay, well,
fall in love with doing it. That's what I'm talking about. Because you will know when they're doing it and they love you. You understand? And they have that's going to cause a man, like it's just and like that's going to cause a man. Got on my nerves. Let me tell you, I know you want it. No, but the point is, when you do it with passion in it and feeling and emotion and love and care for it when you're doing it, so he can feel it and he get that kind of arousement that make him stand up like a man. Woo, girl, you said that thing right there.
Wait a minute, I'm getting a little lesson here.
Okay, so. What's going on?
Wait a minute. What it has the spirit of sex to more than just a physical level, creating an intimate bond. I think it's a word they shot for. Oh, okay. Yes, sacred energy exchange.
Sacred energy. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Let me tell you something. When the woman controls the peace, and if you keep the issues outside of the bedroom,
tantra means woven together. I love it. Thank you, Jazz.
But the thing is that if you have that kind of energy outside of the bedroom, it will demonstrate itself when you come into the bedroom. So that's the expressing of it all. So therefore, you have to create this kind of energy so that you reduce the screaming outside of the bedroom, and so the screaming increase the love and care and tenderness, love inside the bed. I had to cover her thing up here because I don't know if y'all can see her going.
No, baby.
Well, I just wanted to make certain. Some people be trying to look down into the camera. You looking so good and everything. But the point I'm making to you You understand? I just want you to understand, if you got the right energy outside, then the right frequencies and the right sine waves will demonstrate inside the bedroom what you have. That means that even inside of yourself, your house. See, this here is a house. This is a house. So inside this house, the heart is in the bedroom. So therefore, you want to create the kind of energy outside of the bedroom that inside of the bedroom, boy, somebody going to be screaming up in here. I know we coming to the last 2 minutes, so I'm going to let my wife sum it up, and we're going to look forward to you for our next broadcast, and we're going to let you know when it's taking place. Go on, honey.
Yes. So listen, we hope we've helped you in some kind of way. With this conversation. It's a conversation that absolutely positively has to be had. And again, I want to reiterate to the women, to those of you who are out there, to your partner, to your mate, ask them, what is it going to take? What is it that they're missing from you? What is the desire from you that they are not getting? What is it that you can do to please your mate? And men, you got to do the same thing with your woman. Ask her, what is it that I can do to please you, to make our intimacy more appealing, make you, like, when you see me, you dripping. Okay, we want to know what is that going.
That's the way I like.
What is it going to take to get you to that point? And even though it doesn't matter how long you've been married, because we've been 30 married 30 plus years, and we're still learning,
we're
still
growing,
creating.
We're still creating,
still experimenting. And the thing, even with that, if it's something that your partner doesn't, babe, I didn't like that. You know what I mean? We got to be able to have those conversations and let your partner know, I didn't like that. That didn't feel good. You know what I mean? And not get offended, but to have those hard conversations so that at the end of the day, the relationship continues to grow. So we hope that we've helped you with something on this live. When we talk about somebody scream, there's two sides of it. So keep that arguing and disagreement outside of your bedroom, so that even when you come into the bedroom, ladies, a lot of times, even when my husband get on my last nerve, when I come into my bedroom, I really try to ask the spirit to help me, help me to bring on that spirit of peace as I go in for the night, because I don't want to have that energy radiating from me when I come into the bedroom. And then I don't want him to feel like I'm just, okay, get it over with. Can you hurry up, please?
That don't work
mad.
With me.
You know
that
what
don't
I mean?
Work with me.
So I have to really work on that. And it's a continuous work, but you know what? Habits are formed in the first 30 days. So if we try to make it a habit for the first 30 days, if we continue to do it over and over again, it won't be a habit anymore. It will be something that we're used to. All right. So we want to thank you once again for tuning in.
Join us on...
Can I finish my speech?
Okay.
Can I? We want to thank you once again for tuning into Marriage Motivating Moments with yours truly, Emmanuel and Eliana Connie. We are grateful. We thank you. We pray that something we have shared tonight will help you. And we want you to message us, DM us, listen, hit us up, let us know, send us your questions, make your comments, join the conversation. We don't just want to talk. That's why I was trying to interact with the people. So if you see me looking down, I'm interacting with the people that are on our live, because I want them to know that we hear them, we see them. We want you to join the conversation. We want you to ask questions. You can hit us up at marriagemotivatingmoments@gmail.com. We are on all the social media outlets. Marriage Motivating Moments. Let's stay in touch. Let's grow together. Let's do some winning. Let's just love on our mates. Let's become better together. All right. And our next one is going to be
March the 15th at 7 p.m. Tuesday, March the 15th at 7 p.m. We're going to make an announcement on what that topic would be, but we want for the next week or so. No. I want them to stay with this one. Play this back, post this, share this, tag this to your friends.
I'm upcoming, y'all.
Listen,
worry.
Let me tell you something. It's gonna be on and on, because we coming real. We gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it 100. I ain't trying to be cute, because 2/3 of marriages every year is ending up in divorce. So just think about that. So therefore, that's a problem. That them numbers don't lie. So I just want you to just continue to support us, encourage us, because we've been, and I just want to say this to you, because there's some haters out there that's been just hacking our pages and trying to get us off the air. But we're going to keep coming, because we know that the Creator is with us. And if he's with us, who can stand against us? Thank you for joining us this evening. Marriage Motivating Moments. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, y'all. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.